So I have the pleasure now to introduce Rita Erves. She is the PTA president for the state of Georgia. She's big time. Help me welcome Rita Erves.
First of all, I'm not big time. Let's make that clear. I did get a little emotional when I kept looking at my watch thinking that I was going to get here, and the closer it got, I got a little emotional. Because as the president of Georgia PTA, I rarely get an opportunity to visit with children like you on a one-on-one basis. And I have two of my own. I have two beautiful daughters, one that just graduated from high school, and I have another one that's 31 years old. That's a news anchor. She does the news. And both of them had to read and be able to comprehend what they were reading to get where they are. So I will not be getting up every morning, as I've done for many years, with my former senior in high school and going to school with her every single day and going into her school. However, as the president of the Georgia PTA, you know what the PTA stands for? Do any of you all know what those three letters stand for? Any of you? Parent Teacher Association. So I have the opportunity of leading the association whose primary goal is to advocate for every single one of you and all of the children in this state. So it is a fun job. It is an exciting job. And one of the things that we do at Georgia PTA is we make sure that all of our close to 1,000 PTAs throughout this state, we encourage the leaders in those PTAs to make sure that they are bringing in reading experts, volunteers, that help you with your reading, to get better at your reading. You all are doing good now, Luke. You're the man. You are the man. But you're going to get better. You only get better. All of you are going to get better. The other thing that the PTA, the Parent Teacher Association, does is we promote family engagement. We used to call it parent engagement, but not anymore. Because we're talking about aunties and uncles and sisters and brothers and not just mommies and daddies. We're talking about families getting with you, working with you to help you learn to read and to help you get better at reading. That is what we promote. As a matter of fact, we have 7 strategic initiatives for our state PTA, and one of them is family engagement. The other thing that the PTA did for you guys is, for the first time ever, we have appointed a chair to our board of directors that chairs the Early Childhood Literacy Program for Georgia PTA. We never had that before. We also have a Youth Involvement and Services Chair for Georgia PTA. So we all over the children. That's what we do. That's our business. And one of the things that the national PTA president taught me was that you have to read to lead. You children are our future. Some of you may be our next governor. You may be our next state superintendent. You may be the head of a Fortune 500 company. But in order to do any of those things, you have to do what? You have to be able to read in order to do what? To lead. So I promise you that Georgia PTA is going to escalate our efforts with regard to promoting family engagement, with regard to encouraging all of the local PTA units to continue bringing in volunteers that can help you, help the teachers. The teachers can't do it all, but we're going to continue doing that, and we're going to escalate our efforts. And because of you and what I'm doing today and what other board members from Georgia PTA that are here today are listening to right now, We have a renewed commitment to do this. My promise, remember, hold me to it. I know y'all gonna be looking at me. You're gonna be looking at Georgia PTA, aren't you? Because that's what kids do. You can't tell them something and think they're gonna forget. They don't forget anything. I know y'all don't forget anything. So when I give you my promise is good as gold. Thank y'all so much for affording me the opportunity to talk to you all. Luke, I almost forgot. I just said you all don't forget anything, but when you get to be almost 60, sometimes you forget stuff. I'm going to introduce you all to a very special lady. Her name is Carmen Dede. She is a renowned author and storyteller.